Bye-bye, Chip. All right, heading out for the Sunday long run. I have the Tapsico 50K in 6 days, next Saturday. So this is my last kind of long run before that, and I decided to go to a lake that's close by called Pinchot, and Pinchot is a really nice place to train today because the Tapsico course is not very extreme with elevation. It's pretty basic, and from what I know, fairly flat. It follows a river in Maryland, and my thought today is to go over here and run very similar terrain with some climbings, lots of roots, lots of rocks, some ups and downs, but no big hills. Nothing massive, just kind of a nice rolling course, I would say, and going to be a good time to get in some training. At 35 miles for the week right now. My weekly goal is 50 miles, so I'm shooting somewhere between 15 and 20 today. I'd like to be on the far side of that, the 20 miles, but you know, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about getting my 20 miles in. I have a couple ideas. The easiest thing would be to just do 2 laps around the lake, but I'm going to use my car as an aid station. That way I can run out for 7 or 8 miles and come back, stop the car. Actually, I mean run out 3 or 4 miles before I come back to the car for a total of 7 or 8 miles. Get something to drink, eat something, head out again, 3 or 4 miles out, 3 or 4 miles back, and get another 7 or 8 miles. And then I'm thinking if I do that twice, and then just kind of figure out whatever I've left. If that puts me at 14 miles, then I'll go out for 2 or 3 more. If it puts me at 16 miles, I'll go out for 2 or 3 more. So depending on how those out and backs go with my aid station stops in the car, that's going to determine what I do for that last little leg. But I'm going to do, my thought is I'm going to do 2 legs of about 7 or 8 miles, which is pretty typical for aid stations at ultra, 6, 7 miles or something. Yeah, just see how the day goes. It's 55 degrees right now, so I'm hoping it might crack 60 today. But regardless, it's going to be a very nice day for a run outside. Leaves should be down. It's very dry. We haven't had rain for a few days, so it should be not too muddy, and should be a very nice day for some trail time. Alrighty. In a bit.
for me, like, I'm not afraid to wake up early, as you know, to get into the gym, to make that trek into. The only reason I won the Pikes Peak Marathon this year is because I was up in the 14ers a ton. Like, my talent level is decent as a runner, but I know where my talent level lies compared to these other great runners around the world. So I know that I have to make a little bit of sacrifice in order to, and that might mean waking up a little earlier. That might mean saying no to playing on a softball team. That might mean, passing on a round of golf every now and then. Or, you know what, crazy enough, I love mowing my lawn. I made a vlog like 3 years ago about how it broke my heart when I told True Love that I have to stop mowing our lawn. Why? Because of time. I ran out of time between work, between the vlog, between running. I told her, like, I need help. And that's a really healthy place to be as a runner, to ask others around you, friends, coaches, family members, I need help. I need more time. I need someone, like if you're getting ready for a marathon in the spring, your first ultra marathon, maybe your first 100-miler, maybe a state championship for your track team. You just ask for help around you, from your teachers, from anyone that's a peer, anybody that's in your corner fighting for you and fighting for your dreams and goals. Ask them for help. I promise, they will help you. They will help you. They will help you make more time. And True Love and I have done this in different ways, different strategies, including hiring a lawn mowing company, including, crazy, me paying the boys like $1 a week to water the flowers outside the house. Like, it takes 20 to 30 minutes to water our flowers. Anyway, I digress. I love you. That is my number one asset that I really try to create more of in my training plan. It's time for the stretching, for the plyometrics, for the gym, for the cross training.
A little chilly today, but it's beautiful. Fall day in Pennsylvania. Leaves are changing, wind's blowing. It'll be a good day. Today's supposed to be a long day for me. I'm gonna shoot for somewhere between 15 and 20 miles, but I'll tell you what, I might be happy just to get 10 in the way it is right now. Uh-oh, hold on. Almost got hit by a car. Not me, you. Yeah, these long runs, these days where I know I'm planning on being out for 3 hours or 4 hours. There was a time years ago when I had a kind of a training partner, someone who would come out and spend these long days on the trail with me. I'll tell you what, running with somebody is it's a gift. It's a beautiful thing, because it makes the day just go so much faster and so much more enjoyable to have a partner run with, regardless of the distance. I mean, it doesn't matter the distance, but having a partner run with it makes all the difference in the world when you're out here. Whether it's running for 3 miles or 5 miles or 15 miles or 31 miles, whatever it is, the conversation and the camaraderie that come along with, pushing yourself and experiencing, pain together. Just rip the hole in those socks. All right, start going in the. That's the first time. I'll stick them out today, see if I can make it one more trip, and then I'll get rid of them. But anyway, the sharing in the pain and discomfort of spending hours on the trail, gatherings to the side, and oh, here comes another car. Hold on. Things on the side or the back burner because it's time to get out and do the work, put in the time on the trail. That's the camaraderie, because not everybody understands. You know, a lot of people would rather be sitting at home and whatever you might do on Sunday, if you're watching sports or drinking beer or whatever it is you do on your weekends. The skipping those things and opting to come out here, in my case today, spend time by myself or spend time with someone else, and going through those motions of pain and discomfort. And it's beautiful too, but there's certainly something to be said about the effort that it takes to come out here and just time, just putting in time. I don't know how else to say it. Here's my burritos for later. He made some burritos, so at some point when I come back to the car for an aid station stop, I'll grab those burritos and snack on one. Motivation, time, motivation, energy, focus. I'm getting to it. All those things. But it's always easier with somebody else. It's always easier to get in the game when you have someone else motivating you. Today I have to motivate myself. What is it that what do you find yourself being driven to be motivated, or maybe you find a difficult time getting motivated for something? That does not want to go in there. Being difficult today. Oh, maybe that's why. I shouldn't have to fight with my water today. But right now the water's winning. Why aren't you in there? I don't know what's going on with this thing. I've never had a hard time getting this in. Whatever. Maybe it's in there now. Alright. Boy, what a pain. Trying this today. That's a new one. Peanut butter and honey with sea salt. How bad can that be? I'm guessing it's going to be pretty great. I'm hoping. Alright. Guess that's about everything. So the goal is to head out, maybe do 4 or 5 miles out that way, come back to the car, about 8 or 10 miles, then head out 4 or 5 miles that way. Let's see where the day takes me. Is that extreme close up or what? Setting up the old watch for 32% battery. See where that gets me today. Boy, oh boy, there we go. Whew. Starting out walking today. Just gonna walk for a little bit until I hop in the woods here, and I feel like I just need to kind of loosen up my legs. Took the day off yesterday, and resting the days, resting my legs, often leaves them feeling a little bit rusty. Almost missed my turn. I'm headed back, and my hip is still feeling pretty rough. And I must say, this is what makes long distance running a bit difficult, because you just never know what kind of day you're gonna have. I felt great all week. I put in some good runs, and for some reason now, maybe it's catching up with me. Maybe my road run the other day, I did a double on the road. Maybe that was a bad idea. I'm not really sure, but anyway. Trails are still beautiful. Just doesn't feel quite as good as I would have hoped. Mile nine, and that hip is not getting better. Oh boy, this is, as I was saying before, this is the trials and tribulations of long distance running. It's not like you're going out for 3 or 4 miles and everything's always good and easy. When you're heading out for 20 miles, 3 or 4 miles in is when, you know, things can get a little derailed. And definitely feeling pain in the hip. Now I'm trying to figure out whether it's muscular or skeletal, or maybe, you know, just maybe a ligament or something, I don't know. But it's an ouchie. Oh, here, this is nice. There's the end of the lake and the dam, the spillway. But at this point, I'm kind of down to just walking a bit, jogging a bit, because the pain of constantly running it doesn't feel great, and I certainly don't want to do anything that's going to affect my chances to participate next weekend at my 50K. So I believe I'm going to go home, take a warm bath, hoping that will loosen the muscles, and then do some research on some yoga. Frustrating, for sure. But I just have to know that I've put in enough miles over the last few months, and you know, it might have something to do with I've pushed myself pretty hard this month as mileage. I'm sure with this run I've crossed over into 100 miles for the month, and we're on the 17th. So I'm sure that I probably pushed myself a little too hard early in the month. I had this idea that I wanted to try to hit 200 miles of running in a month for the first time ever. I've never done that. I just never, I've probably gotten close a couple times, but I've never run 200 miles in a single month. And because of that goal and the expectation I placed on myself, I probably pushed myself a little too hard earlier in the month. Specifically last week, to try to make up that mileage. I was trying to get 40 miles in 3 days in the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I hit 30 miles in that time frame, but yeah, did a double 2-a-day road run, and that probably wasn't a good idea for my hip. The impact of the asphalt and the pavement on my hip is probably not a great thing. So anyway, this is what happens when you train yourself and coach yourself and you make mistakes. So I don't think that would have happened if someone had been instructing me on how to build my mileage properly or to build up to a race properly. So that's that. Enjoying a little post-run toaster burrito that I made. Just trying to gather my thoughts and think about, this is a pattern for me. And part of the reason why I'm recording these videos, and I think we all process things in our head a lot, but I think verbalizing things can have a different effect. And this is, I can say that what happened today, going out for a long run and cutting it short. That's a pattern for me, for sure. A pattern that I hate it. I hate that it's my pattern in my life. But I have to face it, and I have to figure out what I'm going to do to change the pattern. I'm not sure that today is the same as prior instances of this pattern. I'm emphasizing, I'm making a point with a burrito. That probably wasn't smart. What I'm experiencing today, pain is real. What's causing the pain makes sense as far as just too much mileage too quickly. Trying to squeeze in 100 miles in 2 weeks. Although I have a goal of running 50 miles per week. In reality, I'm usually running closer to 40 or 45, and not consistently. There's weeks where I take some time off and I end up doing 35 and then doing 45 the next week, or 35 one week and 50 the next week. But to actually do 50 and 50 might not be good. And like I said, I'm not sure if my age is a factor. I'm not sure if running on roads and doing a 2-a-day is a factor, but I guess in all reality they're all factors. And I need to think about how I can maybe better plan my running. Maybe involves creating a schedule for the week, looking at my obligations, looking at the weather, looking at what I have coming up for the weekend, as far as do I want to do a long run, or do I want to try to do some more substantial runs in the week during the middle of the week, and then go light on the weekend. And the reality of the situation is most days I've been running close to 10 miles per day. That's kind of my go-to mileage right now, is a 10-mile day. And maybe during the week, maybe I cut that back to 7 miles for a few days, and then go out and do something more substantial on the weekend to get that long mileage in those hours, because having that sustained time on the feet, TOF, is crucial for training for ultra distances, longer distances, because that's what your body has to be used to. It's just being on your feet for hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. I mean, when I have run 50-mile ultras, I've been going for 10, 11 hours. And that's not something a lot of people do on a regular basis, for sure. So anyway, I'm just processing and trying to figure out, what I'm going to learn from today, because I think I need to learn something from the day. I think I have to gain something from this experience in order to not have it just be a failure. Or life is about learning experiences, right? Learning opportunities and not letting them pass you by. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today, is processing what I need to do better to train smarter, to be able to have my body more optimally prepared for whatever I want to do, whatever distance I want to do. So, all right.